Okay, guys. Good morning. Good morning. It's it's Wednesday morning, and the guys are working on the building. But I got some bad news. I don't know. Y'all know that my mom's been real sick, or a lot of you guys know. I probably haven't, done a video on that or nothing because I but my mom's been real sick. She had a COPD, and it's been really bad. Her health has been declining well, for about 4 years or so, 3 or 4 years. It really went downhill. Uh, yeah, it's sad, but it's a relief at the same time, if this makes sense. Yesterday morning, my mom passed away, and I mentioned it on Facebook, but her passing is it's a sad thing, and but it was an expected thing too. I don't want to get really emotional about it, but I mean, it's my mom, yeah, but she's gone now, and I'm gonna have to get past it, and I'm gonna have to accept it and move on from it and not let it destroy me, right? uh, am I gonna miss her? Well, of course, but my mother was in great pain, great agony, and she wasn't going to get better. You know, 3 years ago, the doctors told my mom that she had about 3 years to live, 2.5 to 3 years left to live. And that's what they told her when she flat out asked them. And the doctors usually won't tell you that kind of thing, but they did. And so we knew this was coming. Now, we didn't know, sometimes the doctors are right and sometimes they're wrong. But this type of what she had with the COPD and the heart condition, this is not the type of thing that gets better as she aged. My mama was 71 years old. So relatively, in today's day and age, she wasn't old, but the generation that she came from, there was a lot of things that people did that nobody really knew, that was so bad for you. I've had, my grandma has 6 kids, and my mom was the fourth one to pass away, and she was the oldest one. I still have my aunt, which is, right here by me. She's like my mom. And I have another aunt that lives in Atlanta, on the other side of Atlanta. But I just kind of wanted to come on here and, tell you guys. I don't really know why, I felt the need to tell you guys, but my channel is about, my life and about the work, and and things that happen off the field, like this is, it affects you. It affects me. It affects everything, really. You have to reassess, and you can't lose your own identity because you're sad, or because of things that happened that are outside of your control. My mom was a good woman. She worked hard all her life, and she, got the COPD, and she had a heart condition on top of that, and it just beat her. It wasn't like, it we never, you know, her included, she never expected, you know, to live, you know, any longer than what they were saying, because she was getting worse and worse. So on Sunday, I saw her on Sunday, and you know, she was in really bad health, really weak, really just, you know, I mean, yeah. And my wife and I saw her, and we talked to her on Sunday, you know, at the hospital. She was in intensive care, you know, and finally her little body just gave up, man. I mean, and I'm sad. I'm extremely sad about it, and I'm extremely, you know, wish things could be different type, you know, but they're not, you know, and I don't know, man. I really don't even know what to say, but I felt obligated in some way to let my channel know this, you know, fact, right? To know that she's not with me no more. So, and I know a lot of guys are gonna, you know, come in and offer their condolences, and I want to thank you guys ahead of time. It just so happens that she passed away the same morning that they're building this building. And so I've been running around like a chicken with his head cut off, trying to make sure that this building gets done, but also to make sure I take care of the business that she needs, that my mom needed to taken care of after she passed away, based on our conversations leading up to her passing. So yeah, you know, I don't really know what else I can say about it. We're gonna, you know, grieve and mourn, and we're gonna be happy, but we're gonna carry on, you know. In a way, and y'all, some guys might think this is, you know, just cruel, but in a way, we're relieved, because now she's not in any more pain. She's, the last 3 months or so, she, you know, she's just taking a turn for the worse, and it makes you cherish those moments. But at the end of the day, y'all, my mom's been gone for the last, I don't know, a year or so, because she, a lot of times she couldn't carry on a conversation. A lot of times she didn't know where she was at. She, you know, she didn't know what was going on around her a lot of the time. So, you know, now Sunday, me and her had a long talk, and this was Sunday afternoon, and yeah, and she, even then, you know, she ran me out of her room, told me she wanted to take a nap for me to go home. You know, but I refuse to remember my mom like that, because of her state that she was in on, you know, the last few months. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really, you know, have words really to describe how I feel, or anything. My mom would want me to carry on, be strong, and you know, take care of things that I need to take care of. She's in a much better place for sure. So yeah, man. I don't really have a whole lot a whole lot to say. And you know, the building and you know the business and money you make or don't make, it all pales in comparison to a life, you know, a precious life that's gone now. And I know that my mom would have, well, she knew the building, I was getting the building done, and I've been waiting on the building for about 6 months. And I'm trying to be as, you know, business as usual as I can, but it's simply just not business as usual. It's going to take me a while to get past never seeing my mom again. So, yeah, man, it's ugly. You know, it's an unprecedented moment for me. You only have one mom. You know, thank God I got my mom's sister that helped raise me as well, and she's having a hard time too, and she's about the same age as my mom, so I need to shower her with love and affection because she's hurting really bad as well. Probably even more so than me, but she was closer to my mom than probably anybody. It's her sister, her whole life. And yeah. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna shut the video off.